one, two, two, roll. So a couple nights ago, or 24 hours ago at the least, I ran into some night terrors. I ran into some heart-stopping, shrill uh, fear, like like in its nature and its purest forms. And so it's been about a day since I woke like paralyzed with either one of them, like Elizabeth Weber's or Oscar Morgan's from the most recent past couple of years, few years at General Hospitals. Like I thought it was my time, like sudden death, from the 4,300 consecutive days of prescription medicine, one every 24 hours, with the possible side effect of sudden death. And the chances of getting that symptom are greatest during onset for the first quarter hour, first 15 minutes of when it's kicking in, being dissolved. But that doesn't mean that it's not, looming, every second while the chemical runs its course through your system. So I've been technically in the awake state for 4,300 and something days consecutive because of this chemical. I've been getting up and out of bed and pulling at least a fortnight shift. I mean, there's seldom days where I'd only stay, consciously in control of my person and mind, for 4 hours, to just to stay healthy, like during a winter hibernation, six week stint. Uh, um, but mostly it's well over a quarter day, which is what 6 hours, and it's more like an 8 to 16 hour shift, where I get at least 6 hours sleep, and not much else. And is the sleep really, in a deep sleep REM state? Absolutely not. Absolutely no way. Not even during winter hibernation. I'm waking, and I get wake to the point of physical awareness, physical consciousness, and motor skills, and on all sorts of things that just shouldn't be there for natural human life to succeed, in its kindest, purest forms. So I try to keep in mind, and what I posted, just the last end of 105 before a couple advertisement segments was the box of nails, and brings me back to like some of the darker, like more commonly misconstrued shows in season one. Like how many times have you died, and like how long have you been awake now, sort of thing. So it's going to be tough to find peers out there. I'm sure they're going to be in the creaks and corners of the paper, in the I'm thinking of something. It's too much now. So what I did most recently, probably about 5 minutes ago, was try and get a little hard start in. I used about maybe a quarter, probably about a quarter bottle of cheap cologne, some real hard stuff that looks like whiskey and smells like rubbing alcohol, but it's got those pheromones in it, and I sprayed like say a half bottle over the past 2 days, and then a quarter bottle in a session. And I had one of them and 3 aspirin, a little bit of New York City diesel CBD hemp, and you see the weight set there. It's about 165, 100-pound curl bar with weight on either side, 215s, 210s, and 2.5s or something similar. And I was gonna try and hit to that, and we'll see if I can put myself in fake arrest and crack my neck, or it's sleep before sunshine. So like. I got a wife in Cherokee and Mohegan, so rather than what did they says I'm a friend of the devil with the American folk song tunes by Jerry Garcia. Speaking of what's been soaking on my battery and said lack of record as far as these past couple hours, well, I doesn't sip the Joe, but try and rinse out some smoking thing and settle in. Is a decent mix I got. It's Shady Grove, Off to Sea Once More. That's what starts it off. It's a decent set mixed with Grisman. I'm playing with Garcia. It's not on the pizza tapes, but a couple of them are on the pizza tapes and what. So instead of calling it 4:45 an hour, go ahead and see if I can get a little bit of physical done. Because it's been about 3 or 4 days since. So anyway, like I was saying, it's been about 24 hours, and this past like 2 hours, I've been coming to recollection of the, of a deep fear that I've been trying to escape through whatever means necessary. And I'm gonna enjoy lifting weights out in the snow this winter. Whether here or at my own house. I'm gonna go ahead and check out 6:45. Sit.